Hey everybody, J Average Vintage Collector here with another video. So I guess before I start with my video, we've all know about Rev Steve and his untimely passing, and I just want to take a minute and tell a couple things, tell a couple stories about Rev Steve. Rev Steve and I started a few months apart from each other. I started just a little bit before him, and real quick, right off the bat, we kind of connected, and just a really down to earth kind of guy, and became friends, texted here and there. We would send each other packages. I sent him a package, and he sent me a couple packages. And the package I remember sending him was, for some reason, I don't even remember how it came up, but where I work, my sheriff's department has cards, baseball cards of all of our canines. And it's just like a baseball card, picture on the front with the name, and on the back gives like a little bio. And I got the whole set of cards, and I sent 2 sets of them to him for his boys. And they were, I remember him saying that he really, it was a really cool thing, and the kids really loved it. And we exchanged a couple of packages back and forth. And I remember last December when I was going through a little bit of a rough time. It was the anniversary of my dad dying, and it was 2-year anniversary. He's still tough, and I remember Steve watched it, and he reached out to me and said, hey, I lost my dad 2.5 years ago. It's always tough. It's still tough. And just really some kind words and things that you would expect from like a friend that you've known for a really long time. And we really haven't known each other for a long time. And that kind of brings me to like this community, this YouTube community. It's a weird dynamic, right? Like very rarely do most of us meet in person once, or if at all. We don't see each other often, but watching each other's videos, getting in those chats, talking on the phone, doing those, offline StreamYard chats, and just watching each other's channels, it really does connect us. And it goes from, hey, I know that guy, to I know that guy, I'm friends with that guy. And I think that is something that's very unique to our little hobby that we have going on. When word came that it happened, it really was like, it's losing a friend. And it's tough for some people, I think, to understand that, because they're like, well, you've never even met him in person. But you just know. When I met a bunch of people at Strongsville last year, my first time there, I wasn't on YouTube long. It wasn't an introduction. It felt, even though it felt more like a reunion. It felt like I had known these people for a very, very long time. So, I'm going to miss Steve. I really wanted to meet him this year, and I really feel terrible for his family. And I do love to see that there's all these tributes happening. It just goes to show how far of a reach he had. The GoFundMe account is really just incredible outpouring of some familiar names on there. So it is good to see the community pull together and really do some great things, and show and pay homage to a guy that we all kind of got to know. So I just wanted to kind of say that, because I think it really did need to be said. So Steve, we'll miss you, but we got your videos to remember you by, and I think that's what everyone kind of hopes to do. Just have some type of journal, and for when they move on, and that's that. So with that being said, I thought about showing cards or not showing cards, but I mean, what other way to honor somebody? You keep going with your channel, and you show some cards. So I'm going to show some recent pickups that I got. These is kind of another Pre-Strongsville purchase. Nothing crazy big, but fits my collection with a couple of different things that I do. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show some cards. All right, so these are all some recent eBay pickups. Nothing crazy, but I got a couple of new boxing cards. This is from 1938 Cutledge Razors set. It's a set. I think it's a 100 card set. And it's weird, the first 50 cards are all illustrations, and then the second half are all photographs. So this is of Hall of Fame boxer Max Schmeling, and this is one of the illustrated ones. And I think this is just I love this illustration. It's like a pencil, sketch, and nice back on it, a little bit of staining. but tells you a little bit about Max Schmeling. Again, I will be having a another boxing special, maybe with a few of the fellas that do this, and we'll get more into the breakdowns of them. But that's a 1938 Cutledge. And then the 1938 Churchman set, which is such a highly affordable set with some great names in it. I was able to snag a Gene Tunney, and that one looks fantastic. Gene Tunney, former Marine, fought in, well, he served during World War II, and just a heavyweight, or not a heavyweight, but just a fighter's fighter, right? Really good guy that fits into my collection the way that I do, and then it does say heavyweight there, world's heavyweight. So just a fighter's fighter, really well known, really well career, a really good career. Well, can't even talk. All right, next, moving on. I really went to concentrate on my Battle of the Bulge series, getting a few more guys. One of those guys that I got was Jack Lucky Lorky, whose story is incredible, stuff that he all went through. So I was able to pick that one up. Small stuff, but stuff that checks off my list a little bit. And the next one, so these next two fought in the Battle of the Bulge. The problem is that once I start getting down into some of these other players, they just don't have a lot of baseball cards because their careers weren't all that great. So one of the guys I was looking for, his name is Ralph McLeod. He played for Boston for a while, and he has one card, but it's very rare. I cannot find it anywhere. So I wanted to get something, so I got this custom card. It's an index card with a signature on it. Kind of shows you his picture. Got the autograph there. I would assume this is real. I don't think anyone is trying to fake that signature. And then you can see on the back just some info there. Died in 2007, 1938, Boston Braves. So I'm glad to have that one because he is the Battle of the Bulge veteran, and I wanted something from him. Another one of these guys, just kind of like that. This is going to be Ernie White. Now, Ernie White played for the Cardinals. He has a few cards, but they're, again, very hard to find. And one of them was a 1941 team issue from St. Louis Cardinals. So I was able to nab this one. Again, fits right into the way that I collect. Really happy to have found that one. Again, these guys get kind of scarce. So I will be covering those two guys in my Battle of the Bulge series at some point. I'm glad I added those. And then I'm going to back this camera out just a little. So there's another one that I got. This is going to be for my Heroes in Uniform series that will be coming up. I have not started it yet. But this guy played for Boston Red Sox. His name is Jake Jones. Mural Jake Jones. He's a first baseman for the Red Sox. Again, I'll be showcasing him, but a guy that just doesn't have much out there. But I really wanted this guy represented because he is a very highly decorated World War II veteran. I was able to snag a Type 1 photo. This is my first Type 1 photo. This is Jake Jones, and there's the back. And you can see the date and everything on there, all the stamps. So I'm really excited to have that. That's something very different, kind of odd. I've never gotten a Type 1 photo before, so I'm really excited to get that. So those were just my most recent pickups. Just kind of trying to hunker down and save some money for Strongsville, but here I am, just keep spending money. But that's really what I got. So just an average guy showing some average cards. And again, we'll remember you, Rev Steve, and you'll always be part of this community. All right, take care.